It's time to shine. Give 'em what you got, baby. Time to show them all you are. It's time to shine. Gotta give 'em what you got. Gotta show 'em all you
Welcome to the Chix Podcast, where we bring you curated, authentic, Christ-centered realness. Baby. Listen, and the relationship series continues, like on and on and on and on. Okay?
On it.
She's a little rapper today.
I got bars today. No, seriously, y'all. This has been such a good series. Like,
Truly.
when y'all agree, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
Truly.
It's been so good.
It's been good.
Learning more about y'all.
All of our business.
More about ourselves. And then, of course, sharing all of our business to the world. So, hey, y'all. We glad y'all here.
We're glad you joined the party.
Period. So today we are going to keep it as light as possible. Not really, but it just sounded good. So
We're gonna make it work.
I thought I would say it, but we're going to talk about the signs that you see in relationships and what those signs truly mean. And I love this topic because I think that as women sometimes, and men as well, we sometimes don't always read the signs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And hey, if you aren't watching the YouTube, I would just say, listen, you need to go to our YouTube page because you have to see these expressions and faces. I'm just saying, this
Definitely.
is too much. I'm saying. So,
she's in the middle of the sentence. She just bust out laughing because of our faces. You gotta go there.
You have to go. You have to go to the Chix Podcast on YouTube.
Come on.
Period.
Yes.
So anyway, how do you know when a relationship is going nowhere fast? How do you know, ladies?
I will start with that one. Very simply put, even in the beginning, to me, and this is just the way I flow, if he texts me more than he calls me, to me, is going nowhere. Wow. And that's just me. That's just how I am. I feel like I want to hear somebody's voice. I want him to take time out to call me and actually talk to me. I don't want to just text for an hour back and forth, because you can be doing, and I think that may go into just me wanting, him to put some time forth, because you can text for an hour and be doing any and everything. But if you are going to talk to somebody, a little bit more of your attention, a little bit more of your time has to be geared towards me. So in the beginning, that's just how I've always felt, that if he texts me way more than he calls me, well, then to me, that's an issue.
And that's reasonable, because he should want to hear your voice. Period.
You say basics?
I'm just saying. Like, if he's into you, it's like, I want to hear your voice because I love your voice because I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's garbage. I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead.
No, that is the truth, though. Like, it's nothing like when a brother says, hey, I was just thinking about you and I just had to hear your voice.
Yes.
Like, and you can't hear this voice through text. I can send you a voice memo, but you want to hear all of this on the other line.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies, come on, chime in. How do you know when a relationship is going nowhere fast?
I don't know. I would say this is more of a rough out here. I would say in general, but I get it. Look, I'm not even judging because anywho, this is a bit more general, but like when I see like a circular pattern, like for instance, there's always reference to like us going out or us doing something or doing whatever. And there's a cycle of nothing ever coming about. So there's talk, but no action. Like back up the talk, whatever that could be like broad, you can come up with a lot of examples with that. But like when I see like you keep telling me one thing, but you're doing something else, especially in regard to like things that have to do with like building a relationship or a connection, that part seriously, like anything to do with building a connection, relationship, and there's no like action towards that, then I immediately see that this isn't going anywhere fast or going somewhere where I don't want it to go. It's one of those two things for me.
That part. And I love that, Courtney, because it's like recently, and y'all know this story, and we're not saying any names, so everybody calm down. But recently, it was a guy, amazing catch. You see that little quotation?
Air quotes.
Yeah, like on paper. Like looking from the outside in, he was all of that and a bag of chips. Point blank period. And he was fine, and this and that, but his actions were not aligning with what he was saying.
Let him know.
And period.
Okay.
And I think sometimes as women, we may kind of wait around to see if the guy is quote unquote a good catch. If the guy is what we would perceive as a good man, but we're not realizing his behavior is showing us that he's actually not a good man when his words and behaviors don't align.
Period.
And so, you know me, God bless you real good, bro.
You say throwback? Bad catch.
Listen,
Throwback?
You a catch, but not my catch, because I'm not going to do whatever you want me to do to cause you to do the right thing for me. That's a no.
You should do it. You should do that immediately.
That part.
You should do that immediately. You should respect people and honor them if you call yourself liking them immediately.
Yep.
Shouldn't grow. It should be no growth into treating someone well.
Ooh.
Like, let me see if she good, and then if she is, then I'll treat her well. Because there's some dudes that's like that. I don't even want to take her out because I'm so sick of these women doing this. Let me see if she really is this before I invest. No, you can't invest after you engaged in the investment.
Oh, say that again for the people in the back.
You can't invest after you engaged in the investment. It happens first.
No,
you've never gotten a return on an investment that you did not invest in.
Okay, Angela, you better break it down.
You cannot.
That is a thing now. Men will say, "Hey, I don't really want to take you out on a date. Let's just meet for drinks. Let's just have like a pre-date." Bro. No, bro.
And and Tiff, the whole reason why I even said that was because, like, for me, knowing it's going nowhere fast is when you try to 2 times interact with me. I'll give you 2. Where we ain't going anywhere, we're not going anywhere, because you're not going to date me in your house. Because there's a lot of them. They'll date you in the house, and you will not realize you being dated in the house for a minute because you like the guy. He's great. You want to be around him, and y'all chilling. You're like, wait a minute, we don't never go nowhere.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Learned it very early. I'm 43 and proud of it. Learned it very early. Don't want you to think I'm an old fool out here. But let's be clear. If you try that,
it's a no.
Yep.
Because basically that is that whole I want to return on an investment that I'm not invested in.
Yep.
So I want to see how you are. I want to test you out. Nope. Go to the car dealership. They can let you do a test drive. Not this way.
Period.
Nope.
Listen, this is
Boom.
good.
Oh, this is saucy.
This is good. I love it because it's so true. And I love it because this has become the norm, not for all, but for many.
Yeah.
And while we're having this conversation, we are dismantling those pseudo standards that some women and some men have. Like, no, baby, we got to get a real standard as to how you're going to address me, how you're going to date me, how you're going to come at me. Listen, you're not dating me in the house, okay?
No.
I'm here for it.
No.
Yeah. And if it was really a man of integrity and of respect, he wouldn't even want to come to your house first. He would want to go out somewhere with you instead of being cooped up where some stuff can happen that he should not want you to do right now because he respects you.
That part. It definitely happens.
My body is rolling. What kind of
say it, Lisa. Say it, Lisa. Speak the truth.
No, it's true. It
should want that.
Because when sometimes when you lead with it, that's all they want.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so then you're confused and saying, does he want me for my body or does he really want me?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a real thing, y'all. It's, you know.
It is.
And that's why I don't pass my body around.
You say you low on the body count? You say you low?
Very low. That's why we don't do it. That's why we don't do it.
That's hilarious how you said that.
Right.
That's why I don't pass my body around.
I don't.
For those who didn't know.
I don't. Because I ain't going through that. For what? I'm not trying to go through that. I need to know if you into me. I can't do that. I cannot have that be a question in my relationship.
Yeah.
Like, do you want me for my body? That cannot be a question. I can't deal with that question. I'll be gone.
Yeah.
And it's harder to get to know somebody once you have been physical anyway. It's just harder to build that friendship. It takes more time. It's definitely harder. Like you said, you don't know what he wants at that point. Mm-hmm. So it's like, just keep your legs crossed and
as long as you can
make him respect you. Yeah, as long as you can. Be reasonable. If that's a thing.
Be reasonable.
If that's a thing, But I'm just saying. But not.
I like how you being real. I like how you're being real, Lisa, because that's the thing. They got all these people, and we won't name these people, that just try to force feed this way. Okay, they make the standard so hard that it doesn't allow for humanness. Yeah. We want the standard. That's what we're striving for. We're striving, but we're human, right? Period. So once we've made certain, and I don't want to go too deep, sexual interactions, your body wasn't even made to not do that. So you're going to seek and desire that. So it's going to be difficult as you're not with the person. You know what I'm saying? We're just saying, hey, you're human out here. And we all want to do the best we can.
Listen,
absolutely.
That's all we can do is the best we can. But you have to also have a realistic expectation, when you do engage sexually, that it's so much more that comes into play. And not that things can't be fine as you go, but the reality is other things come into play. Just point blank, period. And so that intentional effort has to be across the board then. It has to, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot. And the reality is when somebody looking good and you feeling some kind of way, then just sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But try your best.
Yeah, do your best.
You try your best. But of course, we're going to say to you, if you can, abstain, because that's what we want you to do. But I mean, like you said, we're all human, and things happen, and so that is a part of. Sometimes in some relationships, that is how you know things are going nowhere fast for some people, not all people, because that is a thing. Like there isn't a woman or a man that wants to be with anybody that says, "I just want you for sex." Yeah. A man or a woman. no matter how much men portray they're trying to get it in. They don't want that either. You know what I'm saying? So are there any other things that you can identify? Like, I know for sure when this happens or when I see this is going nowhere fast.
Oh, I got one. If he doesn't share his life with me, just open up and show me other sides of what's going on. And it doesn't have to necessarily be his family, because I know a lot of people are like, I don't want you meeting a family, but just opening up and sharing other aspects of his life, whatever that may be. And it happens all the time. Like, you could be like, I'm with this person, but I don't really know much about him. Right. Like, I haven't seen anything. I don't really, you have all these questions, and it's like, if he's not opening up, then that's the problem. That's a big problem. And I would say walk away quickly, because he's either hiding something or he doesn't want you to know that side of him or any side of him, because he's like, you're not worthy of knowing that about me, whatever it may be. So that's when you walk away.
No, or if you find out, you won't want me.
That too.
That part.
Yeah. But that could be hiding. Yeah. That could be hiding though. Yep. Definitely hiding. Yeah. Yeah. And I've had that too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I've been that person where I wasn't hiding because of like who I was, but I was hiding because I knew I didn't really want it to go anywhere. So I wasn't sharing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could only know this much about me. And then after we were done dating, then I was like, okay, I'm good. So that is like so true. And even though I'm not that person anymore, just everybody that's listening and watching, I'm not that person anymore. But I can concur that is a true statement. When you don't want the relationship to go further, you won't disclose, you won't share. Like, that is a number one sign that, he's not feeling you, sis. He's not that into you at all.
I think what goes with that also is just the the response time, or like you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're not, I'll speak on myself. But I know other people, we're talking about both sides of the coin, right? So it's like, if you're not really interested, you do not set aside time, and you do not, low key, you don't really respect time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Someone texts you that you're really not, or it's a full stop no. You like, you dilly dally, you know what I'm saying? If you respond at all. And so I think that's another thing too, kind of like that, I don't know, what would you call that? Feedback or response type of behavior. Like, if there's no like mutual interest shown in that regard, I think that's also a sign that's maybe that more so that it's not going anywhere, but like maybe nothing ever started to begin with. That could be the sign for that. Yeah.
Oh.
I've been on both sides of that, like the person and not the person, like,
oh my goodness.
Right.
But that's something that I would, definitely, how they respect your time, or how they like, respond to you. You get response.
Listen, that is very true. It's true, because I'm thinking right now, I have some people on my phone who I'm not responding to, and then I have a person that I am responding to. You know what I'm saying? Why are you laughing? No, this is
because this is me and you. This is our conversations every day.
Exactly.
And I'm cracking up. Like,
exactly.
I'm laughing at the people just waiting on your phone. For a response.
In the queue.
For a response. By the time they know about that, it'll be almost a year later, half a year later.
Yeah.
Watch this text. Watch this video.
It is so true. Like, just how, Courtney, and you kind of touched on it when you were talking about really identifying, was this even really something?
That part. Really?
Fantasy Island. Fantasy Island.
Yeah, like, we can't just, gloss over that part, y'all. Because sometimes we can desire something and we'll receive a hello or a how can I help you? And we can interpret it as he wants to spend the rest of my life with him. Right.
A whole story.
Yeah. Like we need to just sit here for a minute because I believe that a lot of times that is what causes people to not be able to identify that he's not into you. Like he's not feeling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a rude awakening.
Like you've created this entire fantasy off of a kind gesture. Like someone just being nice to you, and now you planning your kids and the wedding and everything else. And I think that we have to believe what people are saying and recognize what they are showing us.
And I think
go ahead, Ife.
Sorry. No, I'm like, I think also too, when you do that and you create that fantasy, like energetically, you're giving that off as well. Ooh. And that's scary. That's scary to people. Sometimes, like,
brothers are running.
They can feel that fantasy that you've created, and they're like, "Oh no, I can't live up. I'm not. That's not it." You know. So I think that can also scare people away, and then cause those moments of where it's like that person doesn't necessarily like you anymore. You know.
Anymore. Yeah, that part too.
You know. So very early on.
Yeah, and I think that plays off into, man, this could be a whole other topic, but off into like, dating, I feel as though, well, I know for me, that would be like the trigger shy part of it, of like meeting someone, you're just meeting someone, right? But that doesn't necessarily solidify anything, even if we just go on a date, you know what I'm saying? But like, can we like just meet and then build? And so it's like, I feel as though I struggle with that on both ends of like being afraid to like move forward because, well, if you like me more than I like him, now I got to deal with like not being reckless with someone's emotions, right? Or on the flip side, what if I like him more than he likes me? So then how far do I pull back without completely like acting distant? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it can stretch beyond that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is what we do, y'all. Hey, we overthink it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We overthink it. And then when we overthink it, our energy doesn't match. So even if this is a potential person, like you're not even giving your full self, the full amazing, brilliant woman that you are because you're overthinking.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
We need help.
Exactly.
Like, and we just, I had this conversation with thine own self today. Like, stop overthinking. Enjoy, embrace this moment. Be
Let
who
go.
You are. Let
just
go.
Be.
Just, just be.
Just be.
Oh, this is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. Because it reminds me of, I think Courtney and Angela will remember this. I was talking to somebody at my job and I was on the phone. I think I three-wayed y'all. And I was like, y'all, he said da-da-da-da. And I'm like, what should I write? Because I was so overthinking it. I was like, and Angela was like, Vic, just say so-and-so. And I'm like, oh yeah. But me and myself, I'm like cutting at times. So it's like, I'm kind of harsh. So it's just like, bro, like, calm down, man. It's not that deep. Like, just chill out. Like, just be who you are and just go from there. But it's like, golly, like, it's just hard sometimes because we put so much into it. Like, we either overexcited or scared or, we put so much into it. And then it's just like, it's just all blown out of proportion. And it's like, low-key, you just could have said hi. Like, it's not that deep. Real simple, boo. Just real simple, babe. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Like, it stems back to that fairy tale flow. Like, I feel as though for me, like, it's like you come to the realization that you just been conditioned to like expect stuff to be, or expect the expectations on you to be this person, or to like perform in this way to like get this result. And it's like, ooh, oh God, you know what I'm saying? Like unlearn, you know, it's like an unlearning process. You know what I'm saying?
And then the whole time, Courtney, as you're doing that, performing in this way, it's like you're low key manipulating these people because this is not even you. For real, you're
that
doing
part.
You're going along this road of let me do what I think I'm supposed to do instead of being who you are. So then when you get later on in the relationship, if it continues, okay, you get later on down the line, and you're like, oh, I can't keep this up. Okay, this is me, and then it's like I don't.
Yep.
You might not even connect anymore because it's like I don't like the real you because that's not who you showed me.
Yep.
You put on a facade, you know, and that goes for women and men.
Both.
You know, we put up this picture of who we are, you know. But it's like you said, it's when you said perform, it's like that clicks for me. It's like it's a performance, bro. You're an actor. Okay. And so when you take the mask off and you take the costume off and you really in the relationship, it's like, do I even like you? Do you even like me?
Right.
Wow.
Who are you?
Because we were both performing. Because we were both performing instead of being ourselves from the beginning.
Yep.
Tap dance.
What do you expect?
Okay. Bojangles.
That part.
Bojangles.
Yeah. And that's work. That's
Watch YouTube. Watch YouTube.
Right.
Please watch the YouTube.
But I was gonna say, just trying to keep that up. That's when it's work, because I feel like when you meet that person, it should be easy. Like I don't really. And maybe I'm just speaking from my experience. And I've only had this two times.
Speak to us, sister. Speak to us.
Yes,
we need you.
Visionary.
Yep. So I've only experienced this twice in my life. The first guy, it didn't work out, but we were together for a long time. Well, back then for me, it was a long time. And then my husband, but it just started off easy. Everything was easy. Like us getting along, us getting to know each other. It was just easy. It wasn't stressful, nothing. And it's like, I just know, as far as I'm concerned, like looking for that person or waiting for that person, I know it's possible when I can meet somebody and click with them immediately and everything flows and I'm comfortable immediately, like no reservations from day one. So, and I don't, and just knowing my personality, I don't click with everyone immediately. We're men and women. So it's like, if I meet somebody and we click like that, then I'm like, okay, this is a thing. This is serious, because that's just not my personality. So even my first conversation with my husband, it was so easy, and it just flowed from that day forward. Like the first time, our first real conversation, you know, and it was a phone call, but it lasted for hours, and it just flowed. So then our first date flowed. It was easy, and it's been easy. And of course, you know, I'm not saying everything is perfect and easy, but I'm just saying you shouldn't be jumping through all those hoops and having all these issues going on in your head and going back and forth and trying to figure out where he is and where you are. You know, that's too much. It's too much. That's a circus at this point. That's too much.
That is so good.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
That is. She said it's a circus, and he's Bozo, the clown.
It is.
Call me a clown. Okay. Whatever.
Exactly.
So funny.
I love this. My sister Zoe sent me something today, and I want to read it to y'all as we kind of close out this show. But it is so befitting, like, for this moment. And it was so befitting for me because I was in the midst of overthinking something. And so she sent this quote to me. I'm not sure. Oh, this quote is by Melinda Claude. And it says, when someone matches your energy, guard that. Trust the connection. Do not overthink it. Let me say
I love
it again.
that.
Let me say it again.
That hit me in my spirit, y'all. It hit me down there.
No, me too.
That's perfect.
This is perfect.
Yes.
Thank you for sending this to me. I needed it just in that moment. It says, when someone matches your energy, guard it. Trust the connection. Do not overthink it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Trust the connection. I love that.
Oh, y'all.
Good night, everyone. That was a great episode.
Exactly.
We're over.
We'll see you over.
No,
Put it on a post and tag me.
That just.
I will.
Oh.
No, it touched me so
That's
much.
Great.
So I'm not even gonna talk over it. Y'all got it. Ife, let people know, because I mean,
look,
we done here.
Yes.
Look, and that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Yes. Okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Six Chicks Podcast. We appreciate you so much. We love you, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Of course, please stay connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Six Chicks. And make sure you go ahead and tap into this YouTube, because this video is hilarious and you need to see all of the facial expressions, okay, as you listen. So please listen to watch the YouTube. Watch the YouTube at the Six Chicks Podcast. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, all of that. We appreciate you all. We love y'all. Thank you for listening. And remember,